Well, this story happened a while ago, and I was trying to make new friends and meet new people, but plot twist. Well, a while ago, like a family member introduced me to a guy. I went out with him a few times. He was just trying to impress me with his cars and stuff that didn't really work with me. But honestly, he was the kind of guy that only wants one thing, and I didn't give him that thing, so he got mad. The whole situation lasted from December to early February. At the same time at the university, I reconnected with a childhood friend. We started talking again after about a year, and she would always run into me at the university. I actually loved seeing her because we could laugh together, but she was always with a friend. They seemed really close, so I started getting closer to her. We didn't talk that much at first, just quick moments when I was arriving to the campus and they were living together. But one day, they invited me out to dinner. I actually got really excited. I thought finally I'm making new friends, like it's going to be good, right? Well, the day came and I was so excited. My mom even noticed it. So I went out to meet them. We were waiting for a table at the restaurant when suddenly they look at each other like in a weird way. Then the friend that I was just meeting said, I want to show you something. It's someone who follows you on Instagram, but you don't follow him back. And I'm like, who could be? That felt strange to me. How did she know? She doesn't even follow me on Instagram or know my username, but she took out her phone and showed me a picture, and it was him, the guy that I used to date. And then she said, this is the guy I hook up with. Well, at that moment, it drove me crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, out of all the people in the world, it had to be her. It also made me really upset because I realized the situation was not normal at all. I really wanted to leave immediately, but they stopped me and asked me to stay. Honestly, staying made my blood boil because everything became super uncomfortable. She was starting to ask me a lot of questions about me and him, and that felt like an interrogant. The whole situation got in my nerves, and I started to feel really uncomfortable. It was obvious that she was obsessed with him, and I think she already knew about me, but in another way, not in a friendship way. It actually felt like a trap, and that idea drove me up to the wall. At some point, she suggested recording a video together to post it on Instagram so he could see it. That just made me sick because it felt so fake and unnecessary. But I agreed because I didn't want to make things worse, if you say so, or seem rude. I just wanted to stay calm. The dinner continued with more questions. I tried to change the subject. I couldn't. She kept thinking about whether to post the video or not, while my childhood friend told her that it didn't matter because he will stay with Fair anyway. And unfair, like, that made things even worse because she told her basically that she was another woman to play with. And oh my god, like, that made everything even more uncomfortable. They started talking between themselves like I wasn't there, and I realized they already knew about everything, about the situation. And this was just a strategy to get me out of the map and every other girl in her way. At that point, the whole environment was getting on my nerves even more. So I decided to leave with my head held high. But before leaving, I told her some honest things that she probably didn't want to hear. And I think she really regrets everything she did. After that, I understood something important. Sometimes people don't really want to be your friends. Sometimes they just use you or they envy you. Later on, the guy kept trying to contact me. He sent me a lot of messages. He even called many times, but I ignored him. At that point, he was completely getting on my nerves, and I didn't want anything to do with him anymore. One day, he showed up, tried to fix things by getting me to the nicest restaurant, taking me out in his nicest car. He told me he actually wanted something serious with me, but honestly, that made me mad. I really didn't believe anything he said. But you know what? He looked for me because he found out about the video. The family friend told him everything and showed him the video. Like, just after my mom told her, because I told everything to my mom. I didn't even realize she will tell her and that she will tell him. But honestly, That situation disappointed me a lot because I know the kind of person I am. I realized that people like him really don't change. At the end, I decided to walk away from everything, but that experience taught me a lesson. Not everyone has good intentions, and sometimes it's better to be alone than surrounded by the wrong people.